If your Shih Tzu insists on sleeping with you, know that this is very common. Many pet owners find it cute at first, but when sleep gets interrupted, the discomfort grows. Why does this happen? Simple. Shih Tzus form strong bonds and associate your presence with safety. Sleeping next to their owner feels completely natural to them. But don't worry, this behavior can be changed with love, consistency, and a few good practices. Throughout this video, you'll learn everything you need to help your pup enjoy sleeping in their own bed. And before we dive in, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We deliver straight-to-the-point content for Shih Tzu lovers. And at the end of this video, I'll share a curious connection between your dog's nighttime behavior and their daily routine. Stay with me. Understanding attachment and the need for closeness. Shih Tzus are known for being affectionate, companion dogs. For centuries, they were bred to be close to humans, which explains their constant need for company. When they sleep in your bed, it's not out of stubbornness, but because they feel safe next to you. This strong bond is beautiful, but it can interfere with restful sleep for both of you. That's why the first step is understanding that your dog isn't being clingy. They're simply following their instinct to stay protected and connected. The ideal approach is to create an alternative that also offers comfort. For example, placing their bed in the same room as yours during the early transition helps give them the feeling of closeness, even while sleeping in their own space. Being patient during this process is key to making the change smooth and trauma-free. Benefits of sleeping independently. Many people think removing the Shih Tzu from the bed is just for the owner's convenience. But the truth is, it's also beneficial for the dog. When they learn to sleep alone, they develop more independence and confidence. They understand that they can be okay without constant contact. Sleeping in their own bed also improves the dog's sleep quality. Without nighttime interruptions or movement, they rest better. Plus, it reduces the risk of accidents, like falling off the bed or being rolled on. Another key factor is hygiene. Human beds usually have delicate fabrics and aren't ideal for fur, saliva, or dirt from the floor. Having separate sleeping spaces promotes better health for everyone. So, teaching your Shih Tzu to sleep in their own bed is a caring and responsible act that brings nothing but benefits. And the best part? They can learn it with love, not stress. In the next section, we'll talk about the best time to start this transition. The right time to teach your Shih Tzu to sleep in their own bed. Many people ask, is it too late to teach my Shih Tzu to sleep in their own bed? The answer is simple. The best time is now. The earlier you start, the easier the adjustment. But don't worry, even if your dog is already an adult or senior, change is still possible. If your Shih Tzu is a puppy, you have an advantage. At this stage, they're still forming lifelong habits. Teaching them where to sleep early on helps build a healthy, balanced routine. But remember, puppies need comfort. Their bed should be in a place where they feel safe, and the process should be full of affection. For adult dogs, the challenge is breaking an old habit, but it's totally doable. You just need patience, consistency, and positive reinforcement. Avoid scolding or forcing. That only causes anxiety. Instead, make the bed a pleasant place with toys, blankets, and familiar scents. If your Shih Tzu is a senior, focus on comfort. Orthopedic beds, quiet spaces, and easy access are essential. And always check their health before making big changes. How to choose the perfect bed for your Shih Tzu. Believe it or not, the right bed might be the key to finally getting your Shih Tzu to stop sleeping in yours. Choosing a bed that's comfortable, safe, and just the way your dog likes it is essential for the success of this process. The first thing to consider is size. Shih Tzus don't need huge beds. In fact, they feel more secure in cozy, snug spaces that wrap around their body like a little nest. This provides a sense of protection. Beds with raised edges, like basket-style beds, are great for them to curl up and relax. Another important factor is the material. Choose soft, washable fabrics that don't retain too much heat, since Shih Tzus are prone to overheating. Some beds use breathable fabrics, which help a lot, especially during warmer seasons. Don't forget to think about where the bed will be placed. Avoid drafty spots, loud areas, or places that are too isolated. Ideally, The bed should be placed near where the family spends time, but not right next to your own bed, at least during the early training phase. And here's a great tip. Place a small blanket with your scent or your dog's favorite toy in the bed. This creates an emotional connection to the new space, creating a nighttime routine he'll love. Did you know Shih Tzus love routines? It's true. They feel safer when they know what to expect. That's why building a bedtime ritual is one of the best ways to help your pup sleep in their own bed, and it also helps them relax. Start with a short evening walk, if possible. A bit of exercise before bed helps release extra energy and prepares the body for rest. If you can't go out, playing inside for a few minutes works too. Next, slow down the environment. Dim the lights, lower the noise, and create a calm atmosphere. This helps your Shih Tzu realize that bedtime is near. You can also use soft verbal cues like good night or time to rest, and repeat them consistently. Then, guide your dog to the bed with a special treat or a chew toy. Rewarding the moment of lying down reinforces the idea that their bed is a positive place. Avoid picking them up or letting them return to your bed, or the routine will lose its meaning. Place something familiar, like a t-shirt with your scent, in the bed for the first few nights. This helps them feel calm and safe. Repeating this sequence every night will help your Shih Tzu understand that their own bed is the right place to sleep. Gentle but firm techniques to guide the transition. Now that your Shih Tzu has a comfy bed and a solid bedtime routine, it's time to use techniques that truly work, combining love, firmness, and zero stress. The first method is positive reinforcement. Every time your dog lies in the bed on their own, or follows your direction to do so, reward them with treats, affection, or kind words. This teaches them that the bed is a good place to be. If your dog tries to get back into your bed, calmly but firmly say no. Then guide them back to their bed and repeat a command like bedtime or sleep here. Stay calm, even if you have to repeat this several times. Another helpful trick is using temporary barriers like a pillow or cushion on the spot they usually jump from. This blocks access and reinforces the idea that your bed is no longer allowed. If your dog whines or insists, resist the urge to give in. It might tug at your heart, but consistency is what brings results. Ignoring unwanted behavior without scolding is better than reinforcing it with attention. You can also leave interactive toys or chew items in their bed. These will keep your pup busy until they naturally drift off, especially during the first few nights of adjustment. The most common mistakes that prevent success. Many people try to teach their Shih Tzu to sleep in their own bed but give up halfway, thinking it's not working or he's never going to accept it. The truth is, in most cases, the problem lies in a few simple mistakes that ruin the process, and you can avoid all of them starting now. The first mistake is giving in at the first attempt. If your dog cries, gives you those cute puppy eyes, and you let him back in your bed just for tonight, all your progress goes out the window. Shih Tzus are quick learners, including how to use their charm to get what they want. Another common mistake is lack of consistency. One night he sleeps in his bed, the next in yours, then on the couch. This completely confuses the dog and breaks the routine you're trying to establish. Stick to the same rules every day, even if it feels tough in the beginning. Then there's the mistake of yelling or punishing. Shouting, pushing, or forcing your dog into the bed only creates fear and resistance. Instead, use positive reinforcement and ignore unwanted behavior without feeding it with attention. And finally, not making the bed appealing. If it's uncomfortable, placed in a bad spot, or lacks anything your dog enjoys, of course he's going to prefer your bed. How to handle setbacks and stay on track. Even with the best intentions and consistency, it's totally normal for your Shih Tzu to have setbacks while learning to sleep in their own bed. The key is not to see it as a failure. In fact, it's part of the learning process for both you and your dog. A setback can happen for many reasons: changes in household routine, a rainy night with thunder, guests in the house, or even when he misses you a bit more than usual. During these times, his instinct is to seek comfort in the place where he feels safest, your bed. So, how should you respond? First, stay calm. If you get upset or impatient, it only adds stress. Instead, gently but firmly guide him back to his bed and repeat the bedtime routine he already knows. Repetition is the key to correction. Another great tip is to reinforce the positive association with his bed. Offer a treat, extra affection, or even a new toy when he chooses to sleep there again. Rewarding good behavior reignites his interest in his own space. Also, check if anything has changed: the bed's location, temperature, noises. Sometimes the smallest details make the biggest difference. If the setback lasts for several days, take a few steps back in the training, reinforce the routine, and stay consistent. If you've made it this far, congratulations. It shows how much you care about your Shih Tzu's well-being and your own quality of life. Teaching your dog to sleep in their own bed isn't just about correcting behavior, it's a gesture of love, responsibility, and balance. With patience, routine, the right techniques, and by avoiding the most common mistakes, you'll see that your Shih Tzu is completely capable of adapting. And even better, they'll learn they have a space that's truly theirs, safe, cozy, and perfect for resting every night. The transition might not be perfect from day one. There'll be testing, a bit of whining, and maybe some setbacks. But there'll also be progress, calmer nights, and an even stronger bond between you and your furry companion. Because when we teach with love and consistency, the results come and they last. Now tell me in the comments, what's the biggest challenge you've faced with your Shih Tzu at bedtime? Share your story with us, it might help other pet parents too. And of course, if this content helped you in any way, don't forget to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications to keep receiving valuable tips about the Shih Tzu world. We still have so much to explore together. Thanks so much for watching, and until the next video, your Shih Tzu thanks you too.